In order to tell if something or someone is actually good for you, think about how you feel after you have that interaction, not how you feel before it, not the dreading up to it, but what are the after effects of that thing? What are the long-term ramifications of that action? For example, I teach classes to children, right? And sometimes there are days, and it's after the regular day, sometimes I really don't feel like doing it, if I'm being honest. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta teach this class and I'm tired. But then after I finish, I always feel like, oh my gosh, I love those kids. And I just want to talk and talk and talk, and I feel so energized. So it's not that I don't want to do it, it's that sometimes I'm just feeling lazy. And I saw one like guru said that the root of all evil is laziness. But anyway, I don't feel like I don't want to do this, blah blah blah, but then afterwards I feel so great. And then there are times where I'm so excited to try something and just do this thing, and then afterwards I'm like, oh my gosh, that was horrible, or I'm upset, or at one point I was crying, so that's how you can judge how something is. Not how do they make you feel when you're with them, but how do you feel after they leave? Because that will tell you not what they're saying, but what the energy is behind it. If you feel uneasy in someone's presence, perhaps you should limit your presence with that person, or maybe even just end presence at all. You have to protect you. You have to put you first. It's your divine right, and it's the way of the will. The universe, God, did not create you to be a doormat for someone else. God did not create you but God is allowing you to have your own experience. You're allowed to have your own experience in this space. You can do what you want to do, but you don't have to like, no one creates a piece of art just to throw it away. That's not the goal. Art is created to be shown, to be expressed, so that people can have something new. Art is a form of creation. So yes, stuff gonna happen sometimes, sure. But at the same time, like, you get to make a difference in your own life. It's cold out here. Oh my goodness. My toes is freezing. But anyway, you get to appreciate yourself. You get to do things differently. You get to expand. And that starts by acknowledging, okay, well, who is this person? What are they trying to do to me? What is the goal here? Everybody has a motive. Everybody has an ulterior motive. Doesn't mean that it's a bad motive, but someone might be holding the door for you because that's just who they are. So they don't have like a motive. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But you don't really know people's intentions. And some people are master manipulators. Some people are evil. Some people are super friendly. Some people want to help. Some people want to give you a syphilis blanket and make it seem like they're helping you so they can only just hurt you in the end. So you have to be aware of that. So recognize, after you interact with someone, how do you feel? And then from there, only do what you're called to do. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe people an explanation for why you need distance. If you choose to do that, fine, but you don't owe them that. You owe yourself the respect to do what you feel is right, period. Not trying to impose your will on someone else, but to do what you feel is right for you. Not selfishly, but for the greater good of yourself. And so that way you can do more for others. But if you are operating at 10%, and someone comes around every time you try to do something, they come around and try to ruin it, you don't need to be around that person. You need distance from them. You don't need to be around anyone that's looking to bring you down. That's counterproductive. If every time you leave, the person messes up the space you just cleaned, and you need that space to be what it needs to be so that you can eat. If the only way you're eating in your life is from a garden, right? And you need your garden to feed yourself and your family. If every time you leave, if there is someone who comes in and ruins your garden and throws your plants everywhere and uproots everything and ruins all of your work, you're going to be hungry. And they might go back home and eat. And now you're effed up. Or they're going to sit there and starve with you and call you stupid. But you can get those people out of your garden. You deserve to have people around you that if you leave, they're going to tend to your garden. They're going to water your plants when you're not there. Not go and take pictures and tell the whole world what's going on with you. Not go behind your back and poison your plants and then talk about, I don't know why you're so sick. I don't know why you can't figure it out. I don't know why you can't get a grip. Yeah, I am ruining all of your progress. Yeah, but you know what? So what? You're the problem. Nobody really likes you. Nobody likes you. But I'm the one who put the do not disturb sign up. Your room's not getting cleaned by the hotel. And I'm going to shame you about it. And every once in a while, I'm going to help you clean it. But I'm not going to let you out to see that on the door. I really put do not enter. That's who you might have around you. And the sooner you can recognize who that person is and who those people are, the sooner you can make continuous progress. The sooner you can keep going anyway. The sooner you can say, well, you know what? This thing happened, but I'm still moving. I'm still doing me anyway. Period. Oh, and you'll be able to know who they are so you can remove them. Okay? If you can't trust them in your garden, get the F out the yard. Okay? And sometimes, like my mom say, you gotta out crazy people. That might be what you gotta do. You might gotta get very stern, you know? And to some level, you even have to recognize, who is this person? Where is this coming from? What is happening here that you are doing this thing? Why are you doing this thing? Why are you behaving this way? And why can't I grow anything back here? Who is poisoning my garden? And once you weed those people out, or those plants, or whatever it is, then your garden will start to make progress. And I think it was the movie Idiocracy or something like that, where they like went back in the past or went way in the future. I can't remember. Like their heart stopped and then they were way in the future, and then like the world was effed. Wow, I gotta watch that again. But they were planting the ground. They were watering the plants with Gatorade and some like sports drink that was like a Mod Podge of Gatorade and Mountain Dew. And then they finally put water and it started to grow. Because who told them to water their plants with sports drink Mountain Dew? That's who you have to find. That's what you have to discover. Who told you X, Y, and Z? How did you get here? How did you get to watering your... And you have to even recognize, oh my gosh, I've been watering my plants with something that's not water and it's killing them, so that's why they're not living. Oh, you have to have that recollection first. And so you do that by, after you have an experience, monitor how you feel. After you go to work, maybe you need to get a new job. Maybe you need to stop working. I don't know. Maybe you need to cut somebody off, or maybe you need to engage with someone more. But you have to monitor, how do you feel after, like a day or two after you interacted with that being? How do you feel 8 hours after? All right?